Oh my goodness. Hey. YouTube Live number 52, the 1 year anniversary. I have three great friends here already. I've got the YouTube commenter from Ohio. I've got Corey from Corey's comedy channel in Las Vegas. And Ethan C., I don't know where you're from. So let me know where you're from. Here's to you guys 1 year in. Corey, if you can, let me know that the picture and the sound are okay. I don't have all the fancy gadgetry you have. I just have a can and a string. Let's start here's the set list. You have to look. I cut the first joke. Hey, YouTube commenter, I hope you're okay in Ohio. A lot of crazy stuff going in Ohio. Mark McIntyre, I'm going to mention you tonight. Here's the list of folks I have at the end of the show. I don't want to do it in the beginning because everybody will leave. Let's do as we always do. Start with the Web Water Credo. Work hard, rock hard, eat hard, sleep hard, grow big. Wear glasses if you need them. 9,709 subscribers. 4,271,278 views. There are 4,300 videos up. Okay, but that's old news. Ethan, okay, 10,000, let's get it done. Corey, look at you go. Hey, Corey, does it look and sound okay? All right. I have to do this, I promised. And I do believe that this is how Corey and people like myself that are, we're just trying to make people laugh. And, I think we're like a dying breed. We're not TikTok. Hey, watch me. Watch, I'm going to throw shit at people. By helping each other out, mentioning Corey's comedy channel, I met a young man yesterday, a Hatless Atlas from Tennessee. I think that's how you're going to help. So, Down to Earth Construction, Sharpsville, Pennsylvania. I promised I would do that. And so if you're in Sharpsville, Pennsylvania, and you need some construction work done, see Down to Earth Construction. And Down to Earth Construction, can't you see we got a damn situation, you asshole? How do you make a hormone? Kick her in the groin. Now stop. Hey, thanks, Mark. Last week, I did a bit. I talked about Cocaine Bear. For anybody that doesn't know, Cocaine Bear is a movie that's out. And the next day on Twitter, and this is Ray and to God, a gentleman from Canada who's very successful comedian for whatever reason follows me, and he said, "I'm going to wait and see Meth Gator." And I thought, Meth Gator, what the hell are you talking about? It turns out this summer, the people that brought you Sharknado are going to bring you Meth Gator. Kelly Carpenter's here, Drive 5, Stay Alive. I'm going to mention you at the end. Meth Gator is the Florida, and excuse me, just like Cocaine Bear, Meth Gator is a real deal. Now you can correct me if I'm wrong, but someone in Florida, got busted. They were dumping their meth down the toilet, and the gator got like Cocaine Bear. Hey, Sharknado, it's got to be good. It's got to be good. LMR trains, Miles and Moore's back. Ethan, shoot, I just had a family emergency pop up. All right, you can watch it back, Ethan. Good to have you here. But yeah, Sharknado, Meth Gator. I thought the guy was joking on Twitter, and then the next day I saw Meth Gator. I said, "Whoa, holy hell!" So I haven't seen Cocaine Bear, but put that up there with Meth Gator. I'll have to get a hold of that one. I did a minute this week about a self-driving Ford car, and I did it, and I was so taken back the next day. Tommy on Instagram sent me a instant message and said, "Hey, you were right." And I was so flattered because it's like, yeah, I didn't mean to sound arrogant, but yeah, I try to be right. I try not to. Hey, Scotty, you said this last week and it was wrong. But though, if you didn't catch the minute, Ford got a patent that if you buy a car and you don't pay for the bill, don't pay for it, the car, and Tommy sent me a thing, it'll actually lock you out. You can't even get in the car. And it drives itself back to the dealership. No more. Hey, you don't need any more repo, man. This thing will drive it. One person wrote, "No more Fords for me. No more Fords for me." No, you're right. You're right. Yeah, you're right. That's pretty ingenious. Unbelievable. What do you call a woman who only has a left leg? Eileen Wright. I did another minute this week about a woman who bought what she thought was a Tibetan Mastiff puppy. And I guess after 2 years, she realized it was a bear. She had an Asiatic black bear. She didn't have a puppy. And again, the comments are what cracked me up because people are like, how in the hell did she not know she had a bear? there's a big difference between a dog and a bear. I, I, I got a lot of stuff like that where it's just like you just can't quite, grasp your head around someone not realizing. She said, in defense of her, she said, as it got bigger, it really, it started to scare me a little bit. Little boy says to his mommy, "Where did babies come from?" Mom says, "The stork." Little boy says, "Well, who screws the stork?" you think that as soon as that was the wolf, she would have known. YouTube commenter, I swear to God, you have this is a year and you still continue to amaze me with your comments. And you're right. I mean, at what point? Grand Theft Auto 1233, you're on the list. I'll get to everybody tonight. I swear to you, I promise you, Kelly. I got a whole list of people I want to get to. But yeah, I want to cover some of this stuff. I did a minute. I was so proud of myself. On Monday, I get real worked up to do these lives. And, I try and, entertain you for a half hour, do what I think is a good half hour, a good show, whatever. And so I did a minute Tuesday. I'm always happy. And then Wednesday, I did one. And Thursday, I just couldn't find anything. I just couldn't find anything that at 4 a.m, I woke up and the Hershey bar was all day Thursday, and I just didn't do it. I just didn't do it. I said, I don't want to, I don't. Well, at 4 a.m, I woke up and said, I got to do the Hershey bar. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, for International Women's Day, Hershey put out a special, Hershey bar. And they featured 4 women, and then they featured a transgender guy. And I have steered away from that because, it's such a hot button topic. And I'm paying for it at YouTube. I'm paying for even mentioning the word trans but I felt strongly, and I'm taking a minute tonight because I do feel strongly, and I'm looking right at the camera. Women deserve one day where it's just about a woman. My favorite, I love women, and I'm not being an idiot. My favorite boss ever was a woman. And I just feel strongly that you're muddying the water. And I brought it up. Again, I'm going to segue a little bit more. Burger King a couple years ago did a Women's Day, International Women's Day thing. And they said, women belong in the kitchen. Well, have any of you people ever met a woman? For God's sakes. Yeah, the Hershey bar thing. Hey, yellow feet, purple bananas. I got No, Kelly, and I'm not blowing hot air. I'm not just trying to be nice to women. I mean that sincerely. And I'm going to go on another little rant here for a second. I don't give a shit if you're lesbian, gay, bi, transgender. York, Pennsylvania, a guy slept with a sheep. He fucked a sheep. He fucked a sheep. Okay. So I don't give a shit. I really don't. But and I'm raising my voice and I'm getting a little worked up. I have a damn heart attack. Elizabeth, it's a big one. But women deserve one day where it's just about a woman. It's not, Hershey's. Again, I'm going to go a little longer. I'm going to get the guy, and I'm not sure I'm correct about this, but the guy that has the Dollar Shave Club is releasing chocolate bars. I saw the commercial on Facebook and different other. Debbie's here. Wonderful, Debbie. Great to have you here. That guy or someone, I think it's him, put out candy bars and he's selling them. It's a Hershey or he, him, and a Hershey bar. And he took my line going back from Cracker Jacks and Cracker Jills about some of them have nuts and some of them don't. And he does, I saw the commercial and I said, yeah, they're taking my shit. But yeah, again, I don't mean for it to be, I'm not judging. I don't give a shit what you do. But I do, and I'll stand by it. Women deserve a special day that's just about them. It isn't about anything else. Now, hang on, I'm getting down. This is going to be a nice segue. A Georgia woman drove her car into the Popeyes because they didn't give her her biscuits. That sounds about right. They didn't. They didn't list her name. They did list her name, but if I get the name and everything, it's what I was saying earlier. I don't like to do a story unless there's a name there and there's a police report and a report, because too many times over the year I've been doing this where I say something, well, that ain't right. I want to be sure I'm right when I mentioned that so-and-so stole a car and tried to sell it, or whatever. Anyway, let's move on. Intelligence is the first thing I look for in a woman. She doesn't have it. I know I got a shot. Patrick Mahomes and his wife are fighting with Joe Rogan. Now, I couldn't care less about this. I saw enough that Joe Rogan said some nasty shit, and I guess Patrick's wife, and they're fighting. But the real story for me was Patrick's brother, Jackson Mahomes. And I watched the video yesterday. This guy Jackson, I've never met him, but he seems like a little douchebag. And he's investigated by the police for an assault at a bar. And I watched the video. I don't know if any of you saw the video or know what I'm talking about. But I watched the video and he's got this woman and he's like pulling her, and the only problem I have with it is she doesn't seem to be fighting it too much. And again, I think he's a little jerk off, but I think there's probably more to that story. He'll probably get away with it. Probably Patrick will go in and throw some money at it. But yeah, that's a slippery slope, because there are people that just want their 15 minutes or their 5 minutes of fame and I met a girl one time, I sucked face with Robin Zander. Good for you. Good for you. You little skank. I told this woman I was a general. I was wondering if she could inspect my privates. Let's move on. Chris Rock did a Netflix special on Saturday. I'm going to take a drink. Did a Netflix special on Saturday, and what, you guys are over? No. With Debbie or Yellow Feet, we got a little bit yet. I told Andy bye. Oh yeah. Oh, we're getting into Jackson moment is so goofy. Yeah, pardon me, but yeah, his brother. You know, I got a section here where I'm talking about Chris Rock, and there was, it's funny how the next day, I think it was Sunday, there were all these people singing Chris Rock's praises for finally saying something about Will Smith, and then today I saw that there were a lot of people. There was a backlash on why he did it in Jada Pinkett's hometown and this and that. And I actually had, and I actually had dinner with Will Smith. And he was a really nice guy. I mean, really was. We had a lot of fun. He didn't slap me. But then again, I had dinner with R. Kelly. Both of those things are true. And R. Kelly didn't piss on me. Kelly Carpenter, if you're still here, I'm telling the truth. Yeah. Hey, Total Blackout Painting, you're on the list. We're going to get to it. Total Blackout's doing a great job on his web channel, YouTube channel. If you haven't seen his stuff. Yeah, no, I actually had dinner with Will, and I did see enough of the Chris Rock thing that, he kind of, he said about how much he admired him, that, and this and that. And, so, yeah, I don't know. I like I said last week, I laugh at the wrong shit, but I can see both sides of the coin. But I kind of side with Chris Rock on this one. There was a better way to handle that. What is proof that men and women can be friends without having sex? Marriage. A United States college student got in trouble. He was flying from New York to New Delhi on an American Airlines flight, and he urinated on a passenger. He pissed on a passenger. And today I posted it in Reddit, and it was funny that people said, "Well, blame it on drinking." I've been drunk before, and I have to agree. I've been drunk, and I never once tried to piss on anybody. I did. It's funny that yeah. If I was really smart, YouTube commenter, I would have tied those two things together. No, I really did have dinner with R. Kelly, and I really did have dinner with Will Smith. And like I said, I didn't get slapped or pissed on. So I guess I you guys are killing me over here. You guys are killing me. Yeah, a U.S. college student flying from New York to New Delhi pissed on a passenger. And, how effed up, how screwed up do you have to be to piss on, to get up and piss on? I thought, again, shit keeps me up at night. A buddy of mine years ago, now he did a lot of acid, so I think there's a story. There's more to him being drunk, but he used to get up in the middle of the night and piss. His girlfriend said he pissed all over his albums. He pissed all over the stereo. So maybe it's something. I've never got up and decided to piss on somebody. Hey, with the hearts for minutes. Thank you. Great to have you here. Yeah, I couldn't. I couldn't. I asked the woman if I could think inside her box. A psychiatrist he's examining this man, and he says, "Okay, look." And he draws a picture of a square, and he holds it up, and the guy says, "Sex." The psychiatrist draws a picture of a triangle, and he holds it up. The guy says, "Sex." Finally, the psychiatrist draws a circle, and he holds it up. And the guy says, "Sex." The psychiatrist says, you're obsessed with sex. He says, you're the one drawing all the dirty pictures. I mentioned this earlier. A Texas woman rented a car. I'll get over to the comments in a minute. I want to keep rolling for a little bit because I got to get through everybody's name and everything. But a Texas woman rented a car. Again, I don't have the name. I want to wait till I get the name and get it, because I don't like to do a story and then it be wrong. But she rented a car and then she tried to sell it. And the only reason she got caught, the guy that was going to buy it, he was going to buy it for like 10 grand. He said, wait a second, something doesn't seem right. Can you imagine renting a car and then trying to sell it? That's pretty damn slick. Oh, my friend Yellow's already gone. She was here and left. That's all right. We'll get through it. I'm going to do a couple more. And then I'm going to mention everybody. Thank you all. Riley Reid is a porn star. And she did a Logan Paul podcast. And it came out this week that Riley Reid had a boyfriend. And he wouldn't kiss her after she came home from a job. And I posted it in Reddit, and I actually said I'm going to do a minute about it this week and just read the comments and just the thought of dating a porn star. I think tomorrow's minute, if I'm functional enough to do it, is going to be, would you date a porn star? And the answer for me is no. No, there's no way. There's no way. But I'm just curious on people are very. Hey, Corey, could you date a porn star? Debbie says no. What about YouTube commenter? Grand Theft Auto, could you date a porn star? Hearts for Minions. Tell me, no way. Corey, I'm sorry I messed up your sub numbers. You have 570 now. Impossible. Corey, what do you mean? Hell no, Total Blackout says. Hell yeah. Hey, Total Blackout, I think your wife. Hell yeah. It took my buddy YouTube commenter. I let my wife date one. You guys are killing me. That's exactly what I thought. It's my favorite part. Riley Reid said her boyfriend wouldn't kiss her, and he maybe mouthwash and gargle a little bit, brush them teeth. Ain't no effing way. I'm being, and I wrote, and I'm not proud of this, but it's true. When I worked for RCA, I had programmers. I did promotion, and radio programmers would come to town. And of course, they wanted to go to a strip joint. So I spent a lot of time in strip joints. And there was always the boyfriend of, that's my girlfriend up there. And he sat there watching. He was walking. And meanwhile, the girl would go, he sucks. My boyfriend sucks. My boyfriend's an asshole. Hard pass. Yeah, oh my gosh. Corey, I'm going to do your joke. And then I'm going to thank everybody, and I'm going to close with a dirty, vile joke like I shouldn't do, but I'm going to. Kelly Carpenter said, thank you so much. I'm going to do Corey's joke. He sent me this one the other day. Do you know why ants have eyes? So they can see. All right, let's get through this. I may put on my glasses. I probably should. Let me put on my glasses and make sure I thank everybody properly. Kelly Carpenter. Kelly, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Grand Theft Auto 1233. Jelly Scuppa. Yellow Feet, Purple Bananas 37. Debbie Bamman. I'm hoping I pronounced that right, Debbie. Kim and David Snowden, Corey's Comedy Channel, Wadachin, Total Blackout Painting, Toasted Sniper, Jack in the Box, YouTube Commenter, and his brother Chris Bean, AO7 Pictures or Alex, Doug White, Ethan C., Ghost Malone, Lord Tachanka, Nathan 411, Crispy Ducky 420, Liam Hodgins, Mark McIntyre, George Andrews, my brother Ed, Noob, Glock Sucks Eggs, Abraham Hernandez, Spooks Johnson, Tommy Bernardi, Milo Vramby. Hitman was with me for a long time, and I don't know whatever happened to Hitman. I miss him. Blaine Capatch, Kirk Folk, and again, yesterday I met a guy named Hatless Atlas, and I'm excited to work with Hatless Atlas. I think he's a wonderful young man from Tennessee. I cannot thank each and every one of you that's here tonight. It's been 52 of these that I've done, and here's just a little quick note. I only missed 1 week. I was originally doing them on Thursdays, and I switched it to Monday. Mark, you know this. And I did it 51 weeks without, 50-some weeks without missing one, and I missed a week a couple weeks ago. I was really sick. So this is my 1-year anniversary of doing these. I feel more and more comfortable every week. I've got some better equipment. Things look pretty good. I'm glad. Hey, I'm glad you're here, man. I'm glad for each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart. I mean that. Yeah, I cannot. I always say from the bottom of my heart, but there are not enough words for me to say how grateful. I'll tell you, someone like Kelly and Toasted Sniper who bought merchandise, and I know that seems, but yeah, that's the only way. I do want to take a second real quick before I do this last joke. Thank you, Corey. I hope you and I can continue where Corey does some great videos. If you guys go over to Corey's channel, help him out. Corey's a wonderful man from Vegas, a magician as well, great guy. But I was telling Corey and I actually spoke on Saturday, and I was this close. Honest to God, I was this close to, I've said all along, and I mean this, I'm going to stop doing this when it stops growing. When shit goes backwards, I may give it an extra week, but if it's going backwards, I got to quit. I can't believe in it. And I was stuck, I think, for a day and a half. It was probably right after I did the Hershey bar and pissed off the trans people. I lost 15, 20 followers on Twitter. But I was stuck at 9,666 subscribers. I thought, well, there's your sign, Scotty. You don't need to wait. You don't need to wait. But honestly, I told this to Corey on Saturday, and I thought this is the end. But again, I'm up to right before the show. It was 9709, and we continue to grow. I obviously pissed off the YouTube people by doing the Hershey bar, but I feel strongly about it. I think you have to. I think you have to stand for something, and I'm going to stand for. Again, I'm not judging people. I don't give a shit what you do. To each your own. But again, I'm just trying to bring joy to people, make people laugh, and yeah, I hope so. Yeah, I do too, Mark. I'll tell you what. Even if it dies at 10,000, if I get to 10,000, I'll be happy. Let me do this last. It's a horrible joke, and I shouldn't do it, but I'm going to. And that's me. If you guys haven't figured it out, Scott's nuts. Grab him. All right. If I had $1 for every time I wasn't racist, I'd be as poor as one of those dirty effing Mexicans. There you go. Now, you can't 96 after that one, you will get there. Everyone, Kelly, thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Mark, I think you're right. I think every Hispanic that just unsubscribe. Fat man sucks. Fat old man sucks. Let me make sure, because there's a couple of new people. Did I miss anybody? Thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. Who did I miss? There's a couple of new folks. I read over these afterwards. I'm not judging really, but well-adjusted people really just don't fall into porn. No shit. You're kidding me. Yeah, I think that's going to be a good minute. Anyway, thank you all. We're coming up. We're over 30 minutes. Happy 1-year anniversary. Hopefully I'll see you guys next week. Have a wonderful evening. I'll see you real soon.